In engineering, many subjects are purely practical only and they do not require any theoretical input. I normally ask my students to volunteer into any activity that is happening into the city. If you take an example of college education, particularly engineering education, then we have student learning outcome. We have an outcome based education in college, and we have attributes, graduate attributes, which are assigned with each and every subject. I will put this entire context as the history repeats itself because I was catching the word AI in the AI era. That is what was given to me, that holistic progress card in the new age era. So we already know that about 20 years ago, similar kind of transformation also occurred, and we call it internet today. At that point of time, everyone was apprehensive of the consequences of use of internet, mainly students. Initially, internet was, you can say, limited to emails only, but later on, powerful search engines like Google, all of them came into picture. And another development which also occurred was the YouTube, which initially became very popular for the entertainment purpose, but later on for the knowledge also. So I still remember attending many programs about discussion on effect of consequences of excessive use of internet, particularly by students. And again, in 2024, we are passing through similar kind of transformation, but this time it is more powerful, more intelligent, and it is artificial. So we are living in an era of AI, artificial intelligence, and again we are worried about consequences of use of AI, particularly by students. But fortunately, in this program, maybe we'll be talking about use of AI tools to enhance quality of lives of future citizens of India. So I can share a few of my experiences of 35 years of experience, which I have about teaching to undergraduate and postgraduate students of textile technology at Delhi College of Engineering, Ahmedabad. I have gone through various phases of students' lives. Also, another point which I would like to mention at this time is I have come across students entering in engineering in 1988 when I joined the college, and also I have seen students who enter into engineering branch in 2023 when I retired. So I have seen generations from 1988 to 2023. These many 35 generations I've seen. Students who entered in 1988 had no exposure to computer. They were not knowing anything about what is a computer. Whereas students entering in 2023 are very, very tech savvy and are comfortable with the use of any latest mobile, computer, laptops, and they are also very comfortable with the social media. We all know that. Now, coming to engineering education, I'll very briefly talk about all of you, of course, know about it, but then I'll tell you about the other side of the story. Engineering education is basically highly practical oriented and requires actual demonstration on real life machines so that the concept of problem solving can be taught in an empirical way. This is what an engineering education is about, and it is slightly different than the basic science education. Science education mainly talks about the theoretical part, whereas in engineering we talk about mainly practical part. But as Dr. Ashley mentioned, here also most of the engineering colleges in India do not have all types of machines and laboratories. Technology keeps on changing every day, and keeping pace with changing technology in an educational institute is definitely a challenge which all of us, for school or college, keeping pace with the technology is always a challenge. In engineering, many subjects are purely practical only and they do not require any theoretical input. There are subjects like engineering drawing or engineering workshop. These are the subjects which are purely practical and no theory at all into the subject. So the problem is how to impart practical inputs to the students of engineering without having full-fledged laboratories with you. So what I did initially, when YouTube became very popular, students started using it. At that time, what I started was I started taking YouTube into the classroom itself. Instead of explaining the whole diagram by drawing on the board, I started asking the student that open your mobile, open the YouTube, and type these words into the search engine. I will also do that. And we will come land up with the same video file onto the YouTube. We will slowly run in the class, and I'll keep on explaining the entire concept of a particular machine in the class itself. Which serve two purposes. First of all, I was able to explain practicalities of the entire machine. Second, I was able to keep students away from the use of mobile otherwise. That was the benefit I got. Otherwise, college students are used to WhatsApp gossiping in the class itself. Schools, I don't know, it will never happen because students are not allowed to carry the mobile phones in the school. Second instance I can share, which happens every time we organize a conference in Ahmedabad city. I normally ask my students to volunteer into any activity that is happening into the city, technical conference or any social gathering which is happening into the city. I'll simply mention one point at this point of time, that when we are talking about the holistic progress card, there, if you take an example of college education, particularly engineering education, then we have student learning outcome. We have an outcome based education in college, and we have attributes, graduate attributes, which are assigned with each and every subject. Also, the assessment pattern also requires what kind of the cognitive skill a student is required to express through this particular question. That also is written against a particular question. So this has been well established into NBA by NBA, that is National Board of Accreditation in Engineering Education. So we'll definitely talk further about this. Thank you, Shripal.